You ever notice how two people can go through almost the same thing and one person becomes stronger from it? Now, while the other completely shuts down. I've thought about this a lot because pressure is one of the few things in life nobody escapes. Because everybody gets tested eventually. Financial pressure, relationship pressure, failure, uncertainty, responsibility, loss. Nobody gets a free pass from pressure. But pressure reveals people differently. And I don't think it's because some people are just built stronger. I think it's deeper than that. I think a lot of people misunderstand pressure. They think pressure is the thing destroying them, but most of the time, pressure is exposing what was already unstable underneath. And that's why two people can experience the same situation differently. One person bends, the other breaks. Because pressure doesn't create your foundation, it reveals it. I remember there were like seasons in my life where even small problems felt overwhelming. Not because the problem themselves were massive, but because internally I was exhausted, mentally scattered, emotionally reactive, no structure, no clarity. So every little thing felt heavier than it actually was. And I think a lot of people are living there right now without realizing it. They think life is attacking them when really they've just never built the internal structure to carry pressure well. And honestly, nobody teaches you that. Most people are taught chase success, make money, stay busy, keep pushing. But nobody really teaches emotional stability, mental resilience, discipline under stress, how to stay grounded when life gets heavy. And those things matter more than people realize because eventually success itself creates pressure, more responsibility, expectations, decisions, more people depending on you. So if pressure already breaks you now, more success won't fix that. It usually magnifies it. That's something I had to learn personally. I used to think if I can reach the next level, life will calm down. But what actually happens is every level introduces a different kind of pressure. The people who keep growing aren't pressure free, they just learn how to carry it differently. That's the difference. I also think people underestimating how much pressure comes from avoidance. Avoided conversations, avoided decisions, avoided responsibilities. Those things pile up quietly in the background. And eventually your nervous system starts carrying pressure your life could have solved months ago. That's why clarity creates peace, not because life becomes easy, but because your mind stops carrying unfinished weight everywhere. You know, something else I've noticed is that people who grow under pressure usually have meaning attached to what they're doing. That matters. Why? Because when pressure feels pointless, people collapse faster. But when pressure feels connected to growth, purpose, family, vision, becoming, people endure differently. That's why mindset alone isn't enough. People need meaning. And let's be real for a second, some people stay in weak environments so long that pressure becomes terrifying to them. Every inconvenience feels massive. Every setback feels personal. Every obstacle feels unfair. But pressure is part of growth. In the gym, resistance builds strength. In life, responsibility does the same thing. And I'm not saying people should suffer unnecessarily. I'm saying discomfort is not always the sign something is wrong. Sometimes discomfort means you're growing beyond your current identity. I think one of the biggest shifts in life, or at least my thinking, happened when I stopped asking, how do I avoid pressure? And started asking, how do I become someone who can handle pressure better? That changed everything because avoiding pressure keeps you fragile. Learning to carry it builds capacity, and capacity changes your life. This also connects to wealth more than people realize because money itself creates pressure, more discipline, more risk, more responsibilities. That's why some people make more money and become more anxious. They increased opportunity without increasing their internal stability. So externally they grew, but internally they stayed the same. That creates a conflict. And honestly, I think social media has made this worse because everybody sees outcomes now. Nobody sees the emotional capacity. People see, oh, success, cars, businesses, money, but they don't see stress tolerance, discipline, emotional control, years of pressure management. Those invisible traits are usually what created the visible success. There's also something powerful about pressure when you stop resisting it. Pressure forces clarity. It reveals the weak habits, the weak thinking, the weak structure, emotional patterns. That's painful sometimes. But awareness is valuable. You can't strengthen what you refuse to see. And this is where golden lining really lives. Because golden lining is not pretending hard moments are easy, it's understanding that difficult moments often shape the strongest parts of you or who you become. Some of the qualities people admire most in others were built under pressure, such as discipline, patience, resilience, calmness, wisdom. Those things are earned, not downloaded. I think people also need to hear this. Growing under pressure does not mean becoming emotionless. It means learning how to stay grounded while feeling pressure. That's different. You can still feel uncertainty, feel stress, feel overwhelmed sometimes and still continue forward. Strength is not the absence of emotion, it's stability inside emotion. And over time something interesting happens. The pressure that once overwhelmed you becomes manageable. Not because life got easier, because you became stronger. That's real growth. Now, here's the golden lining. Pressure is not always there to destroy you. Sometimes it's there to reveal the needs to grow inside of you. And the people who keep evolving in life are usually not the people avoiding pressure. They're the people learning how to carry it with strength, clarity, and purpose. Now, if this connected with you, go watch the next video because here on the golden lining, we're going even deeper with growth, discipline, wealth, and becoming the person you're truly capable of becoming. I'm Kush Nathu, and I will see you on the next one.